Thought I would go live for a few minutes and talk to those that are new to centering prayer. So, centering prayer, a long term marathon with God. So, what is centering prayer? Centering prayer really is a tool or practice that we practice, or a method that we practice that opens us to contemplative prayer. So remember, centering prayer. Hello, Geraldine. I'm just kind of going live and talking about centering prayer as a long-term marathon with God. And for people that are new to centering prayer, I'm just going to talk, maybe give what I'll call a centering prayer primer. So centering prayer really is a tool or practice that is used to open to the presence and actions of God within. And it opens us up to contemplative prayer. Hello, Michael. It opens us up to contemplative prayer. And contemplative prayer really is wordless prayer, where we're just sitting in the pure presence of God. God, as you can think of it, is beyond our words, our thoughts, our images, is just at the deepest part of our soul, quite frankly. So centering prayer is really a tool or practice. It's wordless prayer, and it opens us up to contemplative prayer, which is really just sitting with God beyond words, emotions, thoughts, physical sensations. It's just a different way to pray, and it's kind of a nice way to pray, I feel. I mean, and it doesn't replace other forms of prayer. Contemplative prayer should complement your other forms of prayer. So by all means, don't stop doing your other prayer forms. So centering prayer is simple. Well, it's not so simple if you think about it, because you have to sit in silence, and that can be brutally painful. And I know that when I first started centering prayer, it was brutally painful. But I had heard that silence and centering prayer can transform you. It can change you from the inside out. Your inner world is really a reflection of your outer world. So I had heard that it can transform you. It can help you grow closer to God. So I wanted to give it a whirl, and I did back in 2014. So for people that are new to centering prayer, the steps are sit, or if you have a bad back or bad neck or something like that, you can lie down. So I don't want to say you have to sit if for some reason you're not able to sit. So the first step really is to sit or lie down if you're not able to sit. And then you bring your sacred word or sacred image to your mind interiorly. So an image can be, I use an image of a Jesus icon, but it can be an image of any type of interior image, or you can use a word such as Jesus, God, love, ocean. So you're sitting or lying down if you're not able to sit. Interiorly, you bring this image or word to your mind, and it really is sacred in that the intention of this word is to open to the presence and actions of God within. And that's really the purpose of it. Then you let go of that word or that image. And then whenever you have a thought or an emotion, or you're thinking about the past, or you're thinking about the future, or you're thinking about an argument you just had with someone, or something that annoys me, you begin thinking these things. With the use of your sacred image or your sacred word, you gently bring that back interiorly, just to bring you back to the present, and then you let go of it. And you do this whenever you need to. And again, the purpose of centering prayer, then the purpose of the sacred word or sacred image, is really just to open to the presence and actions of God within, bring yourself back to the present, bring yourself back to God, and then let go of this word or image. So if you have to do your sacred image what seems like a million times, that's okay. You're just coming back to God. If you notice that the spaces between your thoughts, and you don't notice them until you have a thought, but if you notice that you're going longer and longer between thoughts and emotions before you have to use the sacred word or sacred image, that's okay too. So you're really just coming back to the presence and actions, opening and coming back to the presence and actions of God throughout the entire silent sit. And if you're new, perhaps you want to try 5 minutes, because sitting in silence can be brutal when you first start. Or if you want to jump in the centering prayer swimming pool, I'll call it, go longer. Try 10 minutes, try 15 minutes, try 20 minutes. And then at the end of your sit, You can sit for a minute or two in silence, then you could read a book or something like that, and then get up and begin your day. So I really just wanted to jump on, talk about that centering prayer, is a long-term marathon with God. And to put it in perspective, if you think about God, you think the universe was created some 14 billion years ago, and then God waited 10 billion years and created the earth. Now, I don't know what else he created, quite frankly. I don't know when all the other planets were created, but I'm putting it in perspective of the earth. He waited 10 billion years later from creating the universe to creating the earth. And then he waited almost, 4 billion years again, I'm rounding up, to 2,000 years ago-ish, when the human incarnation of Jesus came to earth. So this is a really patient God when you think about all that time. So centering prayer is a long-term marathon with God. Be patient with your practice. So I described the steps of centering prayer. Be patient, be kind with yourself. Try it if you're new to it. Try it for 5 minutes if you need to, and work your way up to 20 minutes. Try it at least once a day. Better yet, twice a day. And the reason I say that is, for example, if you do centering prayer in the morning, you want to refill your interior reservoir and kind of keep the inner stillness, inner presence going. So it's nice to do a second sit at some point in the afternoon or in the evening to complement your first sit. You're keeping the interior reservoir of stillness within you at all times. And over the long haul, what you'll notice is centering prayer seems to be a place you come from. You think about it, all actions are spawned by silence. So silence is before an action. And with centering prayer, we sit in silence, and then we get up from our silent sits and get on with our life. And I like to think that really all my actions are spawned by my centering prayer sits, or even my lack of actions. I think in centering prayer, I strongly believe God prays in me the actions I need to take throughout the day. He also spawns in me the actions I shouldn't take, where he tells me, shut up, Rich, don't say anything, or someone else is better suited for that action. Or even during centering prayer, sometimes perhaps God isn't praying in me, we're just sitting together and he's giving me what I need, whether it's an inner calmness, an inner peace, inner wisdom for future tasks. He's giving me what I need, love, if I just need to be loved and healed because I'm not having a good day. So that's all. I just wanted to jump on for a few minutes and talk about, for people that have not practiced centering prayer or are new to it, that it is a long-term marathon with God, and then I wanted to share the centering prayer steps, and I wanted to talk about, try it at least once a day, start with baby steps, 5 minutes or so, and work your way up to 20 minutes, and then even work your way up to 2 sits a day to keep the interior reservoir going. So thanks everybody for popping on. I see a bunch of people. I see Geraldine, I already said hello to you, Mike, Larry, Faith. I hope I don't butcher your name, Obi Christie. So thanks for everyone that popped on, and I thank everybody that will catch this on the replay. Again, I just like to pop on and kind of share centering prayer and my centering prayer experiences and help others that want to learn more about this wonderful practice that I've been doing since June of 2014. So I hope everybody has a great rest of the day on Friday. Take care, everybody.